I made a video in early 2022 talking about the top tips for Uber Eats drivers. The video in short that I made around it has given me the most views, and many of you subscribers subscribe because of it. The thing is, the month I made that video, I only made $2,200 with Uber Eats. This month, August of 2022, I made $14,000. And I don't drive for Uber at all. And I haven't since March. So why did I quit, and why should you? Let's get into it. What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. I'm an artist and entrepreneur, and I was put here to do two things: create and inspire. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. Let me start off by saying this: to each their own. If you want to drive for Uber full time and you love it, do you, boo? As I stated in my last video, you can be successful with it. But after having to do it for a solid 4 months, I absolutely do not think that most people / creatives will want to do Uber full time. And honestly, if you aren't working towards leaving Uber, then it'll probably hold you back. Uber Eats for the hustlers, the creatives, the entrepreneurs is and should be like a transitory job, because in this world today, you just do not make enough to survive and thrive off what you make doing Uber. You want to work a job where the money you make per hour can increase as you gain clients, experience, a better portfolio, etc. Yes, I had a couple times where I made good money driving for Uber or delivering for Uber, but it was not consistent enough for me, and the job was exhausting and stressful in this huge city, Los Angeles. My number one priority became, and I think it should become yours too, was to develop and utilize my high income skill. I talk a little about this here in my video about where I tripled my income. But the bottom line is, once you have a high income, in-demand skill, nobody can stop you from being successful. You won't have to depend on a boss or people ordering food. And really, you'll be able to work less and make more per hour so that you can spend time on the things that you care about the most. My high income skill is real estate photography and content creation. It took me 4 months of driving Uber Eats in this new to me city before I was able to build the right relationships and let Uber Eats go. Now I make a significantly amount more per hour, but also spend way less time working by doing real estate photo and content creation. Like I said, I was able to pull in $14,000 doing photo and video in the month of August. I'm not saying this to brag or anything. This is not what it's about. I'm saying this to say this is what is possible if you transition from just hustle, Uber Eats, doing everything to make a little bit, to developing a high income skill and setting yourself up for success. Now let's talk about quickly how to find your high income skill, because you may be watching this and you're like, well, I don't have one, or I have something that could work, but I'm not really sure what to do. So I'm not going to dive deep into these, but let's just briefly talk about what I would do if I was in either one of those positions. I feel like most people who watch me so far or who have been subscribed to me naturally would be into some form of photography or videography, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be literally anything from tattooing, marketing, being a hairstylist, being an air conditioner fixer, being a mechanic or a plumber, or even a YouTuber. Think of the things that you're passionate about, things that you can either sell as a service or a product, but preferably a service. And it's okay if it's not directly your passion, because sometimes our passions are hard to turn into a business of sorts, and sometimes we don't even want to turn them into a business. For example, I just really love to make videos, movies, music for myself, but I'm not there yet to where that makes me money. So I sell a service that I can do for other people, and that's my high income skill. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if it doesn't, and I'll explain it better to you, or I'll just help you in your specific situation. Okay, so again, I'm not gonna go super deep into all these things that I would do, and I do have some videos on some of the things I'm gonna list. But let's quickly go over what I would do if I was trying to pitch myself as some sort of service provider to potential clients in a new city. Even better if it's a city that you already know a bunch of people and you're already set up to succeed in. You gotta think of a business name. You don't even have to go and create an LLC and all that stuff. First, just create a business name. If your name is Steve Smith, it could be Steve Smith Photography. Doesn't even have to be super unique. It's not what you gotta worry about right now. Literally, Apple turned an apple into a huge company. So It doesn't matter. Of course, catchy's better, but you get it. Creates a logo. You can use something like Canva. I have a video on my channel about creating thumbnails and designs with Canva. And this is in order, by the way. So think of a business name, create a logo with Canva. Use all the relationships that you have to build a small but good, better yet great portfolio. Do free work if you have to, and have someone or yourself take photo, video of the work that you've completed. And make sure you have some sort of nice headshot that you're smiling and look happy in. So like if you're a tattoo artist, that looks like getting, you know, 5 to 10 tattoos done on real people, filming how they felt about the process, taking photos of the tattoos, making sure that you're really comfortable with those designs so that you can sell those to other people. And this is the same thing if you're a hairstylist or you're a photographer or you're a videographer. You need a portfolio, and preferably it needs to be good, and you need good reviews. And bouncing off the reviews, you should create a Google My Business and have all of your clients already, or just your top 5 friends and family leave 5-star reviews. That will already put you ahead of a lot of people, and it helps you with Google SEO. This has been tremendous help for all of my businesses I've ever created, so highly recommend Google My Business. You want to build an aesthetic and authentic website that showcases your skills and portfolio. You just need to look legit. When these people look you up or when they find you, you want them to be like, oh, this is not someone who just started. This is someone who they have a body of work, and they have clients, and they have good reviews. There are also lots of websites, and I had another video that did really well that was about Thumbtack. And I'm not saying you should do this, but they have been very beneficial to me to use a website like Thumbtack where you pay for different types of leads, but be very careful because they can rip you off and can take your money. And if you watch the video here on gaining clients with Thumbtack, you can kind of see some of the pros and cons depending on your business if it'll work for you. And lastly, just create social medias. You don't have to be posting all the time. It just further creates that you are a legit business. This is how you get the ball rolling. It may take 4 months like it did for me. It may take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. But like I said, Uber Eats and jobs like that are side hustles. I've done a video on Rover. These are things that help you during transitory periods of your life where you're trying to get something started. Be patient, but keep going. The key to a high income skill is that you're always building your portfolio, you're always getting faster, and you're always getting either faster in a shorter period of time, or you're just charging more for the time that you do something. As you get better, as you build more clients, etc. A lot of fears that a lot of people have around raising your prices and things like that. What you'll notice is, you probably start as the cheaper person, and that leads you to people with less money, which can be more stressful, and they care so much because they're spending so much money to them on certain things, and they're either flaky clients or they're just stressful. But once you have enough clients where you can raise your prices, you shed those lower clients who have been kind of holding you back, and then you're able to go get more higher clients. And what this does, if you do it properly, you charge $50 and then you charge $75. You lose 20% of your clients, but you're still making the same amount of money. And then 20% more clients come back who pay the $75. You see what I'm saying? And it just moves you on up, moves you on up. And lastly, very quickly, how I was able to hit the 14K. I stopped doing Uber Eats because I was able to work for several real estate photography companies, and they were able to, and I talk about this a little bit in the other video as well, but they were able to help me supplement that income. My personal business has grown. I've landed some contracts with some agencies to do photo, video, and it's just been really awesome. I know the 14K is not going to stay. It's going to be up and down. Next month, it might be 8K. I don't really know. But I do know that even though it's up and down, it's going up. So that's beautiful. And a quick side note, I hadn't logged onto my Uber Eats app in 6 months till the other day. My my account was hacked and someone stole. I had $100 in there somehow, and they stole $100. And I don't even know if I'm going to get it back. Not saying that's a reason to not do Uber Eats, but I'm pretty pissed at them right now because this person has like my information. So it's pretty crazy. That's pretty much it, folks. That's why I quit Uber Eats, and maybe you should too, or at least create a plan to transition out of it. And if you're interested in real estate photo video, you can check out my course below, especially if you're a beginner. Really helpful for that. Check out some of my other videos. You might find them helpful. My name is Cole Connor. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. All that jazz. Peace.
Every day I wake up with a vision, cooking in the kitchen, ain't no fucking in the mission, like, yo. Shaking up your city with my bitchin', sold in the building, and the motherfucker fizzing, like, whoa. Cold won't stop till they get that gold.